My toxic mother threw my girlfriend's homemade holiday dinner straight into the trash can, so I grabbed the entire hot, expensive turkey right out of her oven and walked out on the family. My mother has spent her entire life trying to control every single move I make, but last night she finally pushed me past my absolute breaking point. I have been with my wonderful girlfriend for 3 years now, and she is the absolute love of my life. My mother has made it her personal mission to make my girlfriend feel like she is never good enough for this family. For years, she has used passive-aggressive comments, fake smiles, and subtle insults to chip away at her confidence. She conveniently forgets to invite her to family photos or makes rude comments about her career. I always tried to keep the peace, but things completely boiled over during Thanksgiving dinner. I stepped directly between them, shielding my girlfriend from her gaze, and looked my mother right in the face. I told her, loud enough for the whole house to hear, that if she could not treat the woman I love with basic human respect, we would not be staying for dinner. My mother just laughed directly in my face, completely confident I was bluffing. She crossed her arms and told us to leave. She smugly said, "Go ahead and leave then, let's see who feeds you tonight." But she forgot one massive detail. I was the one who paid for the entire holiday. I bought the huge, expensive 20-pound turkey, and I paid for all the catering. Before anyone could realize what I was doing, I walked into the kitchen, grabbed the hot roasted turkey right out of the oven, and packed it completely up. I walked straight out the front door, carrying the entire dinner. My mother and sister were screaming from the porch, yelling that I was a horrible child and that I was completely ruining the holiday for the whole family. I didn't care at all. We drove back to our apartment and had the most peaceful, delicious dinner of our lives. My family is absolutely furious with me, but I am never looking back. My mother locked me out of the family group chat and threatened to call the police on me for stealing her Thanksgiving dinner, so I did something even worse to her. After walking out of her house with the 20-pound turkey I paid for, my girlfriend and I had a peaceful night. But the next morning, the real war started. My sister sent me a text saying my mother was having a literal nervous breakdown. My sister accused me of financially ruining the family because all the guests had to eat cereal for Thanksgiving dinner. She demanded that I Venmo my mother $500 immediately to pay for the emotional damages and the ruined holiday. I completely ignored her text, which only made things worse. An hour later, my mother called my girlfriend's phone since I blocked her on mine. My girlfriend put it on speakerphone, and my mother started screaming like a maniac. She told my girlfriend that she was a gold digger who was destroying our family and turning her son against her. She then told me that if I didn't bring her cash and a written apology by Sunday, she was going to write me completely out of her will and tell my entire extended family what a horrible person I am. I took the phone and told my mother very calmly that she didn't need to worry about the will because I was officially cutting her out of my life permanently. I told her that she brought this entirely on herself the moment she threw my girlfriend's hard work into the trash can. She slammed the phone down in rage, but my toxic mother wasn't done trying to ruin my life just yet. My girlfriend was deeply hurt and started crying, thinking the entire family feud was her fault. That was the absolute last straw for me. I realized that keeping the peace was no longer an option with these people. Luckily, before we left the house on Thanksgiving, I had secretly recorded a quick video on my phone of my mother throwing the homemade pie into the garbage can. I uploaded the video directly to Facebook and tagged my mother, my sister, and every single one of my aunts. I wrote a caption explaining that I paid for every single dollar of that dinner, and I refuse to feed people who disrespect the woman I love. Within an hour, the entire comment section completely flipped. People were blasting my mother for being a toxic, cruel bully. My sister frantically called me, begging me to take the video down because my mother was crying in her room from the embarrassment. I told her I would take it down when my mother sincerely apologized to my girlfriend. It's been 3 days and the house is dead silent. I am officially planning our elopement now, and my family is definitely not invited. What would you do?